All right, we're back. We are back with yet another question. All right, y'all say keep them coming, and I'm gonna keep them coming. All right, so this is a real dilemma for a lot of people. You know, anybody out there who likes to have a little sip or two. Which route you going, man? You drinking on some nice, good wine, some real refined, robust, dark or a dark sweet wine, or you drinking on some light Pinot Noir? Or do you still got that dog in you and you grabbing for that hen? Yeah. Are you grabbing for that big juice? All right. Which one is it? Are you a wine or you a liquor person? Which one at the stage of your life? Which one are you really feeling? Now I know some of y'all can't hold it. So y'all be safe out there and drink responsibly. But are you into the wine? Or you want that liquor? I don't know why I said it like that. YouTube, what is going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, Dedra LX Jr., and I'm indeed back with yet another fragrance video, all right? So, today I have my 7 recommendations for spring 2023, all right? So, I have been asked about this video, and maybe I was a little late putting it out, all right? But no time like the present. I have 7 recommendations here that not only do I recommend, but I'll be wearing through spring 2023. All right, so when you're transitioning out of the seasons, coming from out the cold winters and falls and winters, things start to kind of warm up a bit, become a lot more comfortable. You get probably maybe the perfect weather conditions, of course, depending on where you live. So where I am in Jacksonville, Florida, we get days like that where you wake up and it's in the low 60s and it might crack the 80s. The humidity is low and it's just great to be outside and moving around. And as those temperatures change, so those people moods and their vibes and their fragrances, okay? So these right here are far removed from the gourmand and dark and resinous and boozy style of fragrances. And now we're opening up a little bit. We're vibing up. Our moods are in a great spot. And I think these 7 here could definitely have a huge assistance in your thoughts for spring 2023. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Here we go. Up first, from the house of Giorgio Armani, we have ACQUA di Gios et a Parfum. Et a Parfum. Now, I've heard a lot of things about this fragrance that haven't been the nicest. And some people are wondering why. After 20 plus years, why put it out now? Well, I'm glad that they did. In my opinion, this is the original Profumo Profondo, an absolute all-in-one, in my opinion, especially with the addition of the orange and the lavender. You still keep that C note type of vibe, but in the springtime, this is something that is a mood lifter. This is something that is a direct indication that the seasons have changed. And for me, I wore quite a bit of this last spring and summer, but I'm eager to bring it out this spring. So up first for me, from the house of Giorgio Armani, we have ACQUA di Gios EDP. I'm a big fan of this stuff. I personally like it a lot, okay? All right, up next, from the house of POLO, all right? So, this version of Polo Blue is the best, period, to me. And we have, from the house of POLO, we have Polo Blue, the Parfum. So also in the spring, man, you can also wear some, spicier, greenish type of fragrances. And that's what this brings to the table. So of course, if you're familiar with the Polo Blue DNA, it's a green herbal type of vibe, but this kind of spruces it up with a nice orange, some cardamom. You definitely get a fresh, spicy, citrus tone to accompany that hint of green. And this is this is really good because it performs on my skin of, I ain't gonna say above average, but more than a fresh style of a fragrance would. Usually get 5 to 6 hours, but on my skin, I get about 7 to 8. I'm a part of the guillotine boys, but 7 to 8 sprays really does me well. I really like this stuff, and I can't wait to get reintroduced to it very, very shortly this spring for sure. So from the house of POLO, we have POLO Blues Parfum. I really enjoy this fragrance, no doubt. All right, let's go over to the Middle Eastern world. This was probably outside of Hawass, which is kind of similar to. This one really surprised me last year. I didn't think I was going to get what I got when I got this one. From the house of, I believe this is Lattafa. Yeah, we have Lattafa's Najdia. All right, now this fragrance right here, man, really surprised me. So you get this fruity, citrusy style of a fragrance, but then you get this like different kind of spice, like a cinnamon spice with the cardamom in there. Not that pink it might be pink pepper here, I'm not really sure, but I know cinnamon's in here and I know cardamom is in here. You got like a tobacco note in here. Of course, you got your citruses and has a touch of green, and it's complemented really well. And this stuff is a beast. And I think this more is for the spring, especially during the day and spring evenings, more so than the bulging heat. You probably can get away with this in early fall too. It's a unique combination of notes that really produce a really solid fragrance. It smells great and it performs really, really well. So this one definitely surprised me when I purchased it last year, and during the springtime is where I'm going to be really seeing what this one is really all about. All right, so from the house of Lattafa, we have Lattafa's Najdia. Great cheap fragrance here. You can get this for around 20, 25, maybe 30 bucks. I paid $20 for mine last year. Maybe the prices are up on it, but you can go on Amazon right now and see what the price is. All right, up next from the house of Mancera, one of the newer fragrances to my collection, and I got it for spring for sure. We have Mancera's VETIVER Sensuel. Mancera does a great job of like that orange and lime and lemon combination, man. And this has that, accompanied by vetiver for sure. You got some amber in here as well. You got a floral component in here. But this is like Terre d'Hermes, but like Terre d'Hermes, but like the smoother brother version. That's what this is, because that amber provides this sweetness, and the citruses in it just really make it into this beautiful, beautiful scent, in my opinion, for the springtime. This is something that I know for sure that I'm going to wear out. It's like this and Sicily from Mancera are like cousins, all right? So this stuff is really, really nice, and I appreciate it. I look forward to really testing it more and really enjoying it more, because it's really that good. It's really my speed for sure. So from the house of Mancera, we have VETIVER Sensuel. Got this for a great price off Fragrance by .ca for 60 bucks. So look around for it on that price. All right, up next, probably the cheapest fragrance. This is the cheapest fragrance of the crew from the house of Banana Republic. I love this stuff. We have Vintage Green 78. Listen, man, this stuff is excellent, man. Man, I love it. Actually, I'm wearing it right now. I just got back to the crib for running some errands and getting my hair cut, and this is what I'm wearing. It's about right at 78, 80 degrees outside, and this is where it's at. Dumb reach, I don't have to think about it. You have a tea note in here, you got a citrus in here, you got a petitgrain note in here. This stuff is really good. On my skin, I get right at that 6 to 7 hour mark, but I have no problem overspraying, reapplying when I want to wear it, and it is often. As you can see the dent in this thing, I've worn it out. I love it so much, I got a backup bottle. So if you see this in your local discounters, you shouldn't pay no more than $25 for this. I got mine for $19.99 last year at my local Burlington. My wife was out doing some shopping. She seen it again in Burlington, and I said, grab it. Let me get a backup bottle so I ain't got to worry. I know I might empty this spring and this summer. I might, but for the spring, it's perfect. The cheapest on the list, and price don't mean nothing. Trust me. From the house of Banana Republic, we have Vintage Green. Big fan of this stuff, man. I really enjoyed it a lot, and it just works. All right, up next from the house of Zaharoff. All right, I find that this works excellent in the spring. We have Zaharoff in collaboration with Stay Fresh Productions. We have Second Soul. Second Soul. All right, so of course this is Justin Copeland's fragrance from the Z Creators lineup this year, and man, I really enjoyed this one a lot. This is a very unique style of fragrance for multiple seasons. It's almost a versatile scent for every season. Now for me, the spring and the fall and even the winter is where I'll be getting the best use out of this. But for the spring specifically, let's just say you're up out and about on a regular basis during the spring. You got to get to work a little bit early, or you get your day started a little early, and you come outside and it's right at that in the 60s, low 70 range. You don't really got too much humidity, and it's just nice out. This is something that can complement that type of scene, in my opinion. And I've worn this a couple of times in the past couple of weeks when the weather, well, in the past week, because the weather has gotten a little bit warmer, but it hasn't been scorching hot and uncomfortable. This right here with that juniper berry and that, you know, that slight boozy effect, a little bit of floral component in here as well. And then down in the base, you get a little bit of smoke and you get a little bit more depth to the fragrance. The opening is kind of fresh. It's just a lot going on here. And I've spent some time with it, and I realized that this is appropriate for the spring as well. So in my opinion, this is one that's going to get this work in the spring from the house of Zaharoff in collaboration with Stay Fresh Productions. We have Second Soul. This stuff is good. Get it before it's too late. Justin and the Zaharoff team did a great job with this, in my opinion. All right. And last but not least, another one that I put a massive dent in last year when I got it. This is appropriate for spring, no doubt, from the house of PRADA. We have PRADA Luna Rossa Ocean. Now, I don't know if y'all can see on the back of this bottle, I move the juice around. I got a good dent in there, a good dent. This is another one I could potentially empty the bottle this spring and this summer, specifically in the spring. This is a powdery, irisy, a little bit sweet with that caramel down in the bottom. Slightly, I ain't gonna say aquatic, but aquatic, a little bit fresh as well in the opening. This is just a gem. I personally am a huge fan of PRADA Ocean, and I'm looking the next time I purchase to get a 200 ml or 150, because that's how much I really appreciate this scent. It's perfect for the springtime, and it just works, and it gives you a bit of a unique touch. All right, and you usually these days don't get that from a designer, but in my opinion, you do get that patchouli and that caramel in the base really sets up something of a slight unique tone, and I really can appreciate it, and I enjoy this fragrance for sure. Again, another big time one for spring from the house of PRADA. We have PRADA Luna Rossa Ocean. All right, so that's gonna wrap up my 7 recommendations for spring 2023. I have a bunch more spring content coming, like my top 5 or top 10 or top 7, because 7 seems to be my number for life for spring. Just a lot of spring related content, Middle Easterns for spring, cheapies for spring 2023. I have all of that coming your guys' way. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully, you got something from it, and appreciate the love. All right, so until next time, y'all be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves, and of course, I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the support, Smell Good family. It means so much to me, no doubt about it. All right, so if you like to be the next member of the Smell Good family, very simple. All you gotta do is subscribe to the channel, like the video, and meet me down in the comments so we can talk about what you love and what I love, and that is the beautiful art of fragrance. All right, so y'all be cool, man, and remember to splacker up, man. You gotta splack. You gotta splacker down, and you gotta splacker that thing all around. No ifs, no ands, no maybes. Answer me now, liquor or wine? Some of y'all don't need to be drinking liquor. You might need to tone it down on that wine. And then some of y'all live a little.